Welcome to the magazine. I'm your host, Charlie Murphy. This is actually the third version of the magazine brought back this year in 2020. And why did we decide to bring the magazine back? Well, during these very challenging times, there is still many positive things happening in our community. And we're going to highlight that on the magazine. Different businesses, different people, and different parts of our community in the town of Fairhaven. Welcome back to the magazine. Hi, and welcome to the Bayside, a staple restaurant bar here in Fairhaven. We're here today with the person who runs the Bayside, Kevin Vasconcellos. Welcome, Kevin.
Welcome, Charlie.
So, Kevin, can you tell us something about the history of the Bayside?
Well, the Bayside's been here for at least 60 years from what I've known. It's been in pretty much a neighborhood bar. A lot of the locals come here. About 20 years ago, they put a kitchen in. I took it over about 5 years ago, and pretty much have done my part to try to make it more of a restaurant, more of a sports bar atmosphere. A lot more locals, a lot of people coming from New Bedford and other towns and locally, and that's where we are now.
So great. So you started to run this great establishment, and then we had COVID-19. How did that affect you?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was like last minute. They just decided to do stuff and shut us down. They decided, the state decided, or the country decided to put on regulations and only let us do takeout, not let customers in. So we did that for a few months, and then we were lucky that they let us start selling beer and wine to go, which helped business and kept the kitchen running, kept the kitchen staff running, so they could stay employed. But eventually we got the outdoor patio going, which was great. People loved it. It was nice being out there in the summer, and that definitely helped us pay bills and get our employees back working together again, and it's great.
So the outdoor patio was a big hit. I know it is a big hit, and also the takeout. So you kept going, and you're a food establishment, so you're based on the food that you offer, and it's good that they allowed to go, and then at least allow patio, and now indoor seating also.
Yes, yeah. Now that we have indoor seating, and we've a lot of restrictions and things we have to do to abide by the rules. So inspectors have come in, and we've abided by what they need us to do, and it's been good. So it's the employees have been working hard to make sure that things are done right, and they've done a great job with that, and we've been doing really well with it.
Great, and I noticed even here the spacing is 6 feet, social distancing, even in the restaurant itself. So you've definitely followed all those guidelines also.
Oh yeah. Nobody can stand at the bar. Everybody has to be seated at a table. So if not, you have to have a mask on if you go to the bathroom, or if you leave the building or enter the building. So it's.
Now let's get to the good part, the great food that you offer. Tell us something about the food that you offer.
Well, yeah, like I said 5 years ago, I really wanted to make this a really enjoyable place to come and enjoy food, and that's what we've been working on. We got a great menu, a lot of fried seafood, really good burgers. Our soups are really good. Pretty much our claim to fame has been our clam boils and lobster rolls. We do specials during the week on for that stuff. But yeah, and again with the takeout, like I said, we have a lot of delivery companies that work with us online and stuff like that, where it's just, since this COVID thing, it's really just taken off, and it's been good for us. It helps us pay our bills, keep the doors open, keep the lights on. So
that's good. Tell us about some of those weekly specials.
Well, on Mondays we have $5 burgers, and then on Tuesdays we have half-price pizzas, and then then Wednesdays, which is our busiest, craziest day, is we do $12 clam boils and $12 lobster rolls.
That's awesome.
And again with the patio, it's great because people can sit out there, they enjoy it. It's and then especially now because you got the patio and you got some indoor seating.
Any other plans coming up for the Bayside?
Well, hopefully things will change and we can go back to normal and get live entertainment in on the weekends. We have been doing some live entertainment out in the patio on Fridays and Saturdays, but it's tough with the weather and stuff. You never know what's coming.
Right.
But yeah, and when we're inside, we do have a lot of events that will go on with paint nights and trivia and karaoke. So
It'd be great to get back to those days.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, we hope for the best for the future also.
Yes.
So you're doing a great job. You're a staple in Fairhaven. We just think the world of you and all you're doing, and especially during these times. And I know you also do a lot of fundraising here when times are good, and you help out a lot of organizations in the community with different socials like and entertainment nights with painting, like you said, and also different bands that come in here and different fundraising events that you have here too. So we appreciate that in the community too. That goes a long way.
Yes, thank you.
So we're here with Kevin Vasconcellos, who runs the Bayside in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, and come down to the Bayside for one of those delicious specials, and you'll be glad you did. We're here with Mario Ribeiro, the owner of the Pasta House here in Fairhaven, and welcome, Mario.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Could you start out by giving some history of the Pasta House?
Yeah, sure. So I took over the Pasta House back in 2001. It was previously owned by the Raikkonen family from Fairhaven. They owned it for 20 years, and we purchased it, my family and I, back in 2001, and we've been here since. So it's been almost 20 years, going on 20 years. So it's been a long ride.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
So what kind of changes have you made to the Pasta House?
Well, back in 2008, 2009, we did a complete renovation, added 1,200 square feet, remodeled the whole place. I think everybody's really, familiar with that. So yeah, that was a huge change. And then we actually were doing some a little bit of remodeling come January, but just cosmetic stuff. But yeah, we added a pizza oven back in 2008, 2009. The menus changed. It changes constantly. Try to stay on top of the culinary game, basically. So yeah, I mean, it's been so many changes over the years. Honestly, it's like, you have to keep up in this industry. If you don't keep up with the time and changes, then you're gonna fail. That's why there's so many failing restaurants out there. But we just try and stay on top of things and keep the restaurant thriving.
So you've grown so much, but then we had COVID-19.
I know.
How did that affect you here at the Pasta House?
Well, honestly, it affected us just like every other restaurant. We shut down for a 2-week period. And the reason we shut down, and this was back in March, I think it was last week of March, first week of April, we shut down because everyone was scared, So we gave everybody a break, everybody kind of went home and quarantined and basically tried to stay safe with their families and gather all the information we possibly could, because nobody really had an understanding back then of what was going on. People were scared. People thought, the world was going to end. Who knows? So it was bad. But after a 2-week break, we decided we got probably about half our staff back, and we decided to give it another go, and we just did takeout because that's all we could do. So we did takeout up until June when the governor was allowed us to open back up for outside service. But during the whole takeout period, I gotta thank Fairhaven and the community for all the support, the whole surrounding area, because our takeout business was absolutely tremendous. So it kept us going. It was huge. So we did really well with takeout, and we were blessed because of that. Just a tremendous amount of support. So we did well. And then, like I said, when we opened up in June, we were able to open outdoor dining for 2 weeks. So we got a tent outside. Chase Canopy worked with us. I talked with Andy and his brother over there at Chase Canopy, and they, we stayed in contact throughout the whole thing and kind of planned for when we were able to reopen. And they set us up with a beautiful tent outside in the parking lot, and the building inspector and everybody in town worked well with us, which was great. The building inspector was fantastic, and we were able to get a tent up, right away. So we got the tent up, and then we also have some patio space up front that we've had for years, and we added four tables out front in the walkway. So we had a decent amount of outdoor dining, and then 2 weeks later, we were able to open up the inside with a limited, not capacity, but with a social distancing. So all the tables are 6 feet apart, like they're supposed to be. So you know, it's been a great summer. I'll be honest with you. July and August this year were a little bit better than last year. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so just because of all the takeout food we're doing, so between the takeout, all the new outdoor dining we have, and then, you know, some interior dining, you know, our sales are up just a little bit. I mean, not a lot, but, you know, just a little improvement from last year in July and August. So it's big for us because we lost so much in, you know, March, April, and June. It was, you know, May. March, April, May, and June. It was just, you know, it was bad. You know, sales were down just, you know, huge numbers. So, but yeah, we're bouncing back, and hopefully September will be a good month, and in October and November, and, you know, and on to the holidays. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So COVID-19 actually doubly affected you for 2 restaurants.
yeah. So I also, as you know, own the Cask and Pig in Dartmouth. So it was basically the same thing. It's funny, you know, the Cask and Pig is a completely different restaurant, but you know, it's similar in so many ways as far as the size, the number of employees we have, you know, the numbers that we do. So it's you know, we shut down for 2 weeks there also, and we're basically going through the same exact thing that we went through here. So it's like a mirror image. But yeah, we're doing well there too. You know, a great July and August, so we're heading in the right direction.
Well, I know that just from the restaurant here, I can tell that everything is definitely for the regulations, and
Yep.
and people are following all the regulations when they come here. And I've
Yeah.
heard from people that they love the outdoor dining,
Yeah.
and they hope that that continues from years to come. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, the patio's obviously going to stay up there. The tent, you know, probably won't be there next year. We're hoping because we want to be able to have everybody come back inside and be at full capacity. I mean, that's the ultimate goal for everybody. You know, get a vaccine for COVID or just, you know, a treatment or whatever it may be to get things turned around, and hopefully, you know, 2021 is going to be a better year.
Yes. And we're all hoping for that, Mario.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, speaking of the future, 2021, what are some upcoming events? I know events are very limited right now,
Yeah.
but that won't always be. So what are some things that are coming up for the Pastel's future?
Yeah, so with events, it's going to be tough for especially the holidays. You can't have more than 25 people in a party. You obviously can't have more than 6 people at a table. So, you know, it's going to be tough, you know, with you know, dealing with the holidays, because, you know, everybody's going to want to get together, you know, companies, families, and you know, gatherings get pretty big. So it's going to be tough. But, you know, as far as events, we don't have a whole lot planned just because of uncertainty, but we do have the remodeling that we're going to be doing. We're planning it for January. Just cosmetic stuff, some new chairs, which we've needed, some new tables. Are starting to get a little old, and I like to stay on top of things and keep everything, you know, looking brand new. So we're gonna do some painting, and maybe some new light fixtures, you know. So simple stuff, nothing crazy, but just make the place, give it a nice new fresh look for 2021.
Absolutely, it looks great now. So,
Yeah, it
so
does.
it's
That's
only
what
gonna
everybody
be-
says. It's funny.
going to be better.
Yeah, everybody says, "What are you doing? The place looks great," but you know, it's these chairs, believe it or not, they're 18 years old. So yeah, so they've been through a lot. So you know, it's time for some new furniture, and you know, paint doesn't cost much, so it's you know, fresh new look will be good.
So let's talk about why people come to the Pasta House for the delicious food.
Yep.
Talk about some of the food items that you offer here.
Yeah, so obviously we're primarily Italian. We also have a lot of local dishes, just because of the seafood. You know, with New Bedford being right here, we got a lot of great fresh seafood, fresh haddock, fresh scallops, local little necks. So there's a lot of great seafood, but you know, my favorite dish is always the chicken parm. So I'm like traditional Italian: meatballs, chicken parm, you know, fettuccine alfredo, good bolognese, stuff like that. That's what I always recommend. But we also have great steaks on the menu, awesome veals. How many places around here you can get veal? I think most, you know, to get a nice veal cutlet, you probably have to go to Federal Hill, north end of Boston.
Or the pasta house.
Yeah, exactly. So, luckily, we try to bring some of that stuff here. Those great traditional Italian dishes like your piccata, your marsala, obviously the parm. So yeah, it's a good menu, a lot of good selections, a lot of vegetarian selections too. So try to cover all bases.
And what about specials? Sometimes during the week, don't you have specials?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So right now, the Chef Sydney, she does daily specials. So each day she has something a little different. We're going to be bringing back our Monday night dinner for too soon. So that'll probably be posted on our website as soon as it comes back. And yeah, she's a great chef. She's been with us for quite a while, and she's always coming up with a fantastic special. So yeah, she's very, very talented.
Excellent. And what about, not really a special, but it could be, but don't you do something around the month of December for gift cards?
Oh yeah, always, yeah. So we do the gift card bonus program. So when you come in, you buy $100 worth of gift cards, you get a free $20 bonus card. That's been really successful for us throughout the year. So holidays are right around the corner, and yeah, gift cards are definitely a big part of our business here. I think people really enjoy being able to come here and giving a gift that they can trust. Hopefully, will be a good dinner, a good experience for someone else. So yeah, keep in mind the gift cards. $20 bonus for every 100.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And also, I just want to thank you on behalf of the community for all the great work that you do for our community, and you're always donating something. You're always giving back to the community. So, you take your success and you deserve it. But we also want to make sure that you give back, and you certainly do that, and we really appreciate that as a greater community.
Well, you have to. The community supports us. We have to support them back. So, we try to help out as much as possible. Donating gift cards or raffles or sponsorships, whatever it may be. You try to do as much as you possibly can for the community.
Well, you definitely do that, Mario, and we're very lucky to have you in our community, in our Fairhaven community. So I encourage everyone to come down to the Pasta House right here in Fairhaven and enjoy a great meal and great fun with family and friends.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, Mario. We're here at St. Mary's Church in North Fairhaven, and later on this morning, we'll be having the 10 o'clock Mass in Portuguese, and then a very nice celebration of bringing the statue of Mary out to process a very small procession into the front of the church, which has never been done before. The members of the Our Lady of Angels Club, the President John Barboza, Father David Lupo, and also the Canastra family have made this all possible today. So we're very blessed and very grateful for all the people that have made this tradition continue. And this is the first time that this has ever been done. So we're very blessed that we are able to do something. With COVID-19, things have been limited, feasts have been canceled, but the tradition goes on here for the Our Lady of Angels Catholic Association, and the statue of our Blessed Mother will still be taken out of the church, and with even a small procession, meeting the guidelines that we had to follow, the statue of Mary will be able to stand in the front of the church and view the open church, which has never been done before. So we're grateful. You're going to see just a small procession, but it's what we can do in the year 2020. It's the 90th celebration of the Our Lady of Angels Feast, but wait till 91. It's going to be double the fun and double the spirituality and double everything. So sit back and watch a little more of our procession.
Go out to the driveway to where they are, follow them, and they go in front of the church, no street, in front of the church, turn, they're gonna play the song, and then from there, we'll turn and come back, We're gonna have to reorganize teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
There's only one team.
Guys coming out this way?
yeah,
All the
they're
guys
short
already been
two
cut.
guys.
How can they be short two if there's 10?
They asked me, I said, yeah, they asked me.
Ready and left. Gonna go that way towards Nelson. Left, we're going left. Ready, set, Jeremy. Turn, guys.
everybody. And this is our little vestige, the only vestige we have this year. And I'm telling everybody, I'm going through withdrawal. It's too quiet at night. I can't sleep. I want the noise, I want the racket, I want the fun, but this year we don't get any of that. And well, thank you for coming today for the Mass. I'm very grateful that Father Henry said yes. Blessings on all of you for making this happen, even if it's a little event. A little means a lot. It's something that we could put down for 2020 as we wait great anticipation. We'll have twice the fun next year. We'll find ways of doing a whole lot more next year to make up for this year. Blessings on all of you, the men, the women, all the members of the club, all those who attended today, especially Father Henry as well. Everybody, thank you very much for making this happen. Blessings on you all. Thank you.
So we're good?
Good. Oh, just had some for breakfast.
Pivot on me here, we're gonna face towards the parking lot.
Perfect height this year, they look so beautiful.
Our Lady of Angels crew, we're gonna take a picture all together in front of the statue, so make sure you have your masks on. We have anybody from the club taking a picture? Father David. Yes. Got it in?
Well, we hope you enjoyed this issue of the magazine, and join us again next time for some great stories, some great exciting news happening in the town of Fairhaven. Thank you.